As you've just been watching for the third time in U.S. history, the president is at the center of an impeachment trial. We will take you live to Capitol Hill, where President Trump's trial is underway.
And plus, we are tracking breaking news. New in the past hour, experts confirmed the first U.S. case of a mystery virus originating from China is here in Washington.
And several rounds of rain and snow are in the forecast. We're seeing limited visibility around the Northwest. We're seeing freezing rain. The latest and an hour-by-hour forecast is coming up in just a bit.
And breathing new life into old rail cars. We'll tell you about a project in the works to preserve Spokane's history.
All right, it is right at noon right now. Thanks so much for being with us on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Laura Papetti.
And I'm Jen York. Well, debate for the Senate impeachment trial for President Trump is now underway in Washington, D.C., taking a brief recess right now. Now, the first order of business today is to approve the rules of the trial. The resolution says each side will have 24 hours in the next 2 days for opening arguments. And that will be followed by 16 hours of questioning by senators. Only then can they debate and vote on whether to have witnesses at this trial. Opening arguments are expected to get underway tomorrow with both the House managers and President Trump's legal team. And that trial is expected to last several weeks. Of course, to read more about the arguments from both sides this morning of that impeachment trial, you can check KREM.com. You can also find that right now on the KREM 2 mobile app.
And we'll certainly continue to track that as things continue to change. We are tracking, though, some breaking news here at the noon hour. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention leaders say the first U.S. case of a mystery virus originating from China has been reported here in Washington state. Authorities are telling us right now a 30-year-old man is recovering at an Everett hospital. Doctors say he is in good condition. Now, they say the patient recently traveled to China, where experts believe the Wuhan coronavirus originated. And CBS is reporting that in that area in China, it has killed at least 4 people and sickened hundreds more. However, there are concerns 5 times as many people could be infected. Chinese experts believe it can be passed from person to person, which means it may be moving faster than it can actually be contained. The CDC already began screening travelers at 3 U.S. airports, and that includes San Francisco, New York, and Los Angeles. So we'll continue to track that situation. Again, that man recovering today. Turning our attention to the weather, well, we've had more rain and snow on the way. It's been kind of a soggy day or two, a little bit icy this morning. Let's check in with Evan Narani for what we need to know for this afternoon. Hi, Evan.
Hi, yeah, we have picked up on just about everything you can imagine as far as a wintry mix goes. That's rain, snow, freezing rain. It's all coming down as we speak, and really picked up across central Washington earlier this morning in mainly the form of freezing rain. As we take a look at satellite radar here at the noon hour, you can see most of what's coming down in the Spokane area is green, indicating rain just north of Spokane up through the international border. This is coming down as snow, and toward the afternoon, we are not expecting any winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings to impact the eastern Washington or North Idaho area. Those are contained off toward the Cascades, with winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories expiring tomorrow at 4 a.m. Now, what does the next 12 hours hold for the Spokane area? Well, we will likely see about another hour or so of rain coming down and limited visibility. We will have a pretty dry afternoon and evening time, so between about 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. we will likely go dry, and then from 7 p.m. through tomorrow morning we see several very light, just kind of round after round of snow showers and rain showers that push through eastern Washington. So these are going to be very light and likely not too impactful, but could produce some precipitation in the form of either rain or snow as those temperatures decline into the evening. Coming up, we'll talk about a warming trend that is on the way that could influence what comes down and what form of precipitation we see as temperatures push all the way into the mid-40s. We'll have more details in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, old train cars are getting a new life in Spokane. Previously, they sat in a rail yard in Hilliard.
So now volunteers want to use the rail cars to preserve some of our area's amazing history. Let's take a look.
Now, this ground here that I'm standing on used to be full of railroad tracks, and these trains here actually used to run on those tracks, but that was all back in the 1940s. Now these trains are here in Hilliard as a reminder of the neighborhood's history.
And that was what they call the first class.
This here is the inside of the American Navy passenger car, and this old picture shows what the car would have looked like back when it was running. The Hilliard Heritage Museum has had this car for almost 2 decades now, and they've been slowly working on redoing the inside of it. Tom Heckler, or the man known as Museum Guy, said getting the passenger car was very exciting for their up-and-coming museum.
We've always wanted to get a passenger car for up here and to illustrate what the enjoyable ride it would be on a passenger car.
The museum started back in the 90s, but in all that time, they haven't been able to get it fully up and running. The goal is to get this new car and the others in good enough shape that they can have museum displays, meeting rooms, and eventually be open for people to check it out. But that takes skill and money. So here's what you can do to help them reach their goal. The museum needs volunteers for landscaping, flooring, painting, and more. They need money donations. And lastly, they're asking for memorabilia and photos or stories from this area's past. The hope is to grow their collection and keep the history of this area alive. Now, the museum guy hopes that eventually this entire space will be used as a park and that these trains will actually be open as a fully functioning museum. In Hilliard, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
That's a unique way to use those old rail cars, right?
Cool. I love that. I mean, and they're beautiful in their own right. They just need a little love.
Little TLC.
Don't we all? All right.
Well, today is a day for concert announcements apparently here in Spokane. Northern Quest Resort and Casino released 3 upcoming shows for its outdoor summer concert series. Check it out. Bare Naked Ladies, Saturday, June 20th. Ice Cube on Friday, July 10th. And Weezer, set to play a few days later on July 14th. Laura, you're familiar with Weezer?
I just brought Weezer up, did I not?
You did.
I was excited I knew someone. Okay.
All right, pre-sale tickets begin tomorrow. Tickets, though, go on sale to the general public on Friday. And we also want to take a live look this afternoon at the Spokane Arena. You can barely make it out through the fog.
It's still so foggy.
Yeah. Well, organizers there actually announced 2 new shows for the upcoming year as well today. Tool is performing in June, and Nickelback will take the stage in September. Tickets for those shows go on sale this week as well.
All right, those stories were as much for you as anyone because you love music. This one especially for you.
Oh, yes.
Prince Harry arrived in Canada, joining wife Meghan Markle and his son Archie. He is officially set to become a private citizen this spring, leaving behind his royal duties. Of course, there's been a lot of chit chat about that. CBS reports the couple is spending time not too far away in Vancouver. This weekend, Prince Harry announced the couple is seeking a more peaceful life, free from the royal constraints. And they came to some royal understanding with the family over this past weekend. So there you have it. There's your royal updates.
I think it's neat that they essentially chose the Pacific Northwest to get a little peace and quiet.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Except for us tracking their every move.
Zero royal comment from me. But yes, I think it's your chances of now meeting a royal have gone up substantially.
They're so close.
You're basically there.
All right. Well, we have more rain and snow in the forecast before a big warm up on the way. Evan Arani tells us what to expect after the break.